Hey there, how's it going? Today is Monday, October 13th, 2025. Currently 88 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 31 degrees Celsius. I'm already very hot and sweaty. Another beautiful sunny day here in Ubud, Bali, Indonesia, and a really lovely garden here at my new guest house where I'm staying. I just spent a week at the last one and would have just stayed there and not have to move, but they were full up, so I had to make the change. As I showed at the beginning there, then I was riding on my motorbike with my big backpack and little backpack, which I left the motorbike over at the restaurant where I had breakfast there because it is awkward driving with the big backpack on, and I knew that this new place was going to be inaccessible by motorbike, although apparently you can get a motorbike here, but it is through the market, as I will show as I start walking along. So my room isn't available for check-in for another hour, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to come back in an hour or come back later in the afternoon. I'll see how things go, but now time to
Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, I found it. She helped point me the way to my guest house there, which I have reserved now for another 4 nights. And I think it's going to be a little bit nicer room by the looks of it. We shall see soon. And a cheaper price, but more about that later. So I now need to walk back and get the motorbike where it's parked, and in the process tell a story from yesterday. I also need to get hello. I'm looking for the kind that goes like this in the toes, but only have this. Yeah, okay, thank you. As I was saying in a previous video, all of the sandals are... Hi there. Hello, no thank you. They're all Birkenstock style, and I don't like the Birkenstock style of slip-in sandals, so going to keep looking for something else. Anyway, so as I walk over to grab my motorbike, then got to tell the kind of sort of crazy-ish story from yesterday when my motorbike broke down on me. So as I had mentioned in previous videos, then I want a pool to be able to swim in, but the pool at the place where I was staying for the past week was too small. I couldn't swim laps there, and so I asked for recommendations from viewers and got tons of good recommendations. I showed one place. It was called Hava Resort, which is just a like 6 or 7 minute motorbike ride away. Went there a couple times and then wanted to check out this other place called Titi Batu. It is a health club with a couple of pools, sauna, steam room, gym, and other stuff. And so I decided not to film yesterday, and so in the afternoon drove my motorbike down there to Titi Batu. So I arrive and there is something unexpected going on, which is that there's this kids party. They're blasting this annoying pop music, and the pools are all full of suds, bubbles, but just like soap suds, including the pool that I'm planning to swim laps in. So I ask them at reception, can I still swim laps? And they say sure. And then there are also various adults around, but everyone's just lounging, nobody's swimming. But anyways, I go for it. Have a great swimming session. Pardon all the noise. The streets of Ubud are chaotic. So this will be a challenge for me with the motorbike, is figuring out parking for the next 4 days. It was nice and easy where I was before, on a nice side street. I really like that neighborhood down there, but where I am now is more central, at least. Anyways, so I swim, I use the steam room, I swim more, go back to the steam room, etc. Hang out there for a couple of hours. And then I go back to my motorbike around 5 p.m. to drive back up here. And as I'm walking towards the motorbike, I realize I left the key in the ignition and on. So there's the problem. I'd done that a time or two before, but hadn't been gone very long, and came back, and luckily it was still there, and I kept cruising. So I hop on the motorbike and try to start it up, and it doesn't start. Gas is full, so that's not the issue. It is the battery. It won't turn over. So I try again and again, thinking, well, maybe it's going to get the juice, and all I need is that one startup, and then of course the battery will charge by running around, but it just won't turn over. It's like kind of sort of trying, but it just won't happen. So I'm just like, oh man, okay, 5 p.m. where am I going to find a jump? Can you jump a motorbike with another motorbike? How does it work? No idea. So I decide to go back to the reception desk at the Titi Batu club. By the way, this is where I had breakfast, and this is where my motorbike is parked, down in their parking lot back there. But let's walk down this quieter lane than the main street as I finish up this story. So, oh yeah, and maybe the guy will be there. I was trying to pay for extra days, but he wasn't there. So let's walk past the motorbike rental place, see if he's back. So I go back to the reception desk and explain the situation. Fortunately, everybody around here, especially in the tourist industry, speaks some English. So they speak perfectly good English. I explain the situation, battery dead. She says, ask the security guy who is nearby, and so I go ask him. He comes over with me to the bike, and I explain the problem. He tries to start it up, but same thing, it won't start. And so he kind of pokes around for 30 seconds, but he's not a motorbike expert, and so he just says, I don't know, sorry, and walks away. Now what I was hoping is that somebody could call me a motorbike mechanic, but that doesn't happen. So I look on my phone for motorbike mechanic, and there is one a 5-minute walk away. However, it is showing that it is closed. But I don't know what else to do at this point, and so I decide to walk over there and see if maybe somebody's around. Maybe the mechanic who works there lives right next door. If there's anybody around, maybe they can get in touch with him. So I start walking down the street to this mechanic. About halfway there, I pass this little snack shack on the side of the road. Here we have a Buddha statue. This is a great area to stay in Ubud. Very close to the center, but quieter, and tons of great restaurants. So I walk past this little snack shack, and a guy sitting there asked me if I want a coconut, which I don't want. But then I think to just ask him about the motorbike situation, see if he might be able to help me. He is kind of an older guy, although, you know, maybe my age, 50s or something. But I guess I realized that he spoke English when he said coconut. Okay, this is the place, still not here. Motorbike? Okay, that wasn't the guy. let's walk down that lane there. I almost booked a room down at the end of that lane, so let's check it out. Looks like it's quite nice down there, even quieter, I guess. So I go up to this guy and explain the situation. He speaks, you know, moderate English, but enough to get the point across. And he says, okay, 1 minute, and he starts looking on his phone. So this takes a while. I think he gets a call because he's talking to somebody, but I don't think it was about my situation. And so 10 minutes or so passes, and then I guess the mechanic that he was trying to call wasn't answering, and he says, okay, come with me, my motorbike, and we go to mechanic. So I hop on the back of his motorbike. We go back in the direction of Titi Batu, pass my dead motorbike, and I point it out to him. And then we keep going and go just another 5 minutes or so down the road. Okay, this is a dead end. Oh, okay, it keeps going this way. Interesting. And so sure enough, we get to a motorbike mechanic. There are two young guys there working away on motorbikes. And then they all talk a bit, and then he says, come with me, and I'm not quite clear, but he says, you know, get back on the motorbike, we go. And so we drive back to the motorbike, my broken motorbike, and hop off his. I hand him the key. Right then, the two guys show up on another motorbike. So they'd obviously said, meet us over at Titi Batu, and there we can tackle the bike. Cool little lane here. And so the first guy takes the key, puts it in the ignition, turns it, and it starts. So I'm simultaneously relieved and feeling kind of silly. So I don't know how that could have happened, because I thought that I was just draining the battery down more trying to start it. I mean, I'd tried a bunch of times. The security guard had tried it. It definitely was not working, but then after three guys get there to help, then it works. So mostly I'm just super relieved, because if it hadn't started, then what do they do? I didn't notice any like jumper cables. I don't know how it would work as far as jumping a motorbike, but that was just a huge relief. And there you go, problem solved. And I will definitely be much more careful about getting that key out of there and not leaving it in while I'm swimming and relaxing for 2 or 3 hours. So all right, this is not the end of this video. This is just the beginning. Time to well, maybe do a little shopping for the sandals again. I'm really surprised at the limited availability of sandals, but I think that I would like to wait until 2, get checked into my room there, know that my backpack is securely inside my room, and then head out and explore and go see more of beautiful Bali on an amazing clear skies day. And hopefully no problems with the motorbike. Oh boy. Hello. I'm parked over here. Hey. Actually, it's doable. Right on. Okay, so I think that I'm actually going to make this a separate video by itself, because if I go out and film for the whole rest of the afternoon, this is going to be another 40-something minute video. So I will show my room at the end here. Time to get this thing out of here and go find somewhere to park in the middle of town. Alright, found a spot on the side of the street here. Now going to wander a bit. Just 15 minutes until 2 in the afternoon when I can supposedly check in. So let's do a little bit of attempted sandal shopping here. So that is the lane that my street is down. I just walked the other way when I recorded the video earlier. So nice to have two easy access points, but I won't try to drive the motorbike in there, or scooter if you prefer. But I am really quite kind of amazed at the lack of sandal selection. Everywhere has that same kind. You think they would have branched out a bit, because tourists like various types of sandals. Gotta be what I'm looking for around here somewhere. And look at this place. This looks like the sandal jackpot. So I like ones like that, but those are obviously women's style. Let's see what they got for men. What an amazing looking shop. Just one problem. They have only women's. The quest continues. So this is very interesting. Not sure what this is all about, but like women's rights or something? So what is this? Just going to take a quick look. Huh. Very interesting. All right, I think I'm just gonna turn it around and head back to my room, see if it's ready. Massive, massive goldfish. And I am in. It is a really nice room. Definitely nicer than the other one. My other room was roomier. A little more space in the bedroom and the bathroom, but this one is quite a bit nicer at a cheaper price. So the other room that I had for the past week was $29. This one, 24 bucks. That is 21 euros per night. Absolutely amazing for really, really nice room, fridge. The layout, the decorations, the general feel of the room is just a couple of steps up from the other one. And then also a nice spacious shower here. All right, all right, all right. So, time for me to take a minute to recharge here and get ready for the rest of the day. So the plan is to get out of town and go see some of the most interesting looking places to see around Ubud here. Not going too far, but there is just so much to see in and around Ubud. This is a place you can really spend months. I think Bali is almost actually kind of underrated, especially around Ubud and the interior and everything that's going on around here. From, you know, all the adventure, waterfall, jungle hiking, swimming, stuff like that, and then just all of the really cool things you can do, like all of these health clubs like I've been to, and all the yoga classes, and then of course affordable massages, and then the place that I'm going to go to today looks super, super interesting. Very, very new age. So you'll find out in the next video. All right, more coming from beautiful Bali.